Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a tag video. It's going to be the Unpopular Makeup Opinions Tag, I think is what it's called. I saw my friend Angelica do this one, and as she was going through the questions, I was like, I really like these questions and listening to your answers. So I actually did a poll on my community tab and asked if you would want to see this one, and the last time I checked, it was like 91% of people had said yes, so that's what we are doing today. I will have Angelica's video listed down below. It was really fun to watch, and I believe she said it was Ula Quinn that started this tag, so I will have her video, and then I think that one was a collab video Angelica said, so I will have both of those videos linked down below for the gals who started this tag video as well as Angelica's. But if you would like to hear my thoughts on some unpopular makeup opinions, why don't we go ahead and get started. I did want to say too, I did film this look in my latest trying new makeup video, so I'll have that one listed down below if you're curious about my makeup here. But there is 8 questions, so let's see how quick I can make this one. So the first one is a popular makeup product you don't like. And I actually filmed a video, I mean this one was probably a while back, but it was called Makeup I Hate But Everyone Loves. Is that what I was talking about? Let me look at the question again. A makeup product I don't like, yeah. So talking about makeup that I didn't like that I felt like everybody else loved, I remember that I put in the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. That might have been like the first product I talked about in that video, because I feel like so many people enjoyed that concealer, and like when I was getting on YouTube, everybody was recommending it and using it, and it just did not work for me at all, and I was super bummed about that one. So that would definitely be one. So another one, like kind of more a recent product that I tried, was the Charlotte Tilbury, like her Flawless Airbrush Powder. And when I was reviewing it, I didn't say that like I hated it or even that I didn't like it. I just said that I didn't love it as much as I was expecting to love it. I still wear it. It's the powder I have on my face today. Like I'll still wear it and I'm still gonna use it, but it's a really expensive powder, and I just don't think I would repurchase it because I feel like there's a lot of other powders that I get kind of like the same effect with, and they're a lot cheaper. And so many people are like, what do you mean you don't like that one? And I was like, no, I didn't say I don't like it. I just said I didn't love it as much as I thought I was going to. But maybe that would be another one, because I feel like a lot of people just like so highly rave about that powder, and for me, you know, it was just like okay. So question number 2 is a popular makeup product or brand that everyone else seems to hate but you love. So I also did the flip side of this video. So I did the makeup products I hate but everybody loves, and I did makeup products I love but it seems like everybody else hates. And I know I put in there the MAC lipsticks, and I'm thinking about those because I tried one of their new Powder Kiss lipsticks in today's video. But I remember I never was like buying MAC lipsticks because I didn't hear the greatest things about them on YouTube. I'm sorry if my lighting is changing. I'm filming pretty late in the afternoon. But I remember just hearing people saying like they're super dry, and I just don't like their formula, etc, etc. And I was like, ooh, I don't want those. And then once I started trying them, I mean, they're really like one of my most worn lipsticks, and I have some absolute like favorite shades from the MAC lipstick line. I was like, why don't people like this lipstick? So I do remember that that was one that I shared in that video. Number 3 is a makeup collab you didn't like or were not interested in. So for a makeup collab that I didn't like, and again, this is kind of one that I felt like a lot of people really liked, was the Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, if I can speak. The highlights were just too glittery for me, and I didn't feel like they looked very great on my skin. I ended up decluttering that one, and I know I still hear people talking so highly about it, and I absolutely loved it, but it just unfortunately was not one for me. And then for a collab that I was not interested in, a lot of people were really excited when Makeup by Mario was collabing with Kim Kardashian, and I really wanted to get excited for it too, because I do like Makeup by Mario. Like some of the looks that he creates and like what he does in the makeup industry is just like so cool. And I know that he's worked with Kim Kardashian for so many years and they're like BFFs and all that, but I just like could not get into that collab that was happening. I just like couldn't get excited for it. It's really hard for me to get excited about like the Kardashians and the Jenners and all of that. I just can't really like get pumped up for their makeup lines or their collabs or just like whatever it is that they're doing. I just can't like get the excitement for it. So I don't know, that was one where I felt like a lot of people were super stoked, and I was over here like, I don't know. So number 4 is a popular makeup step that you never do. I feel like there's so many, like if I were to be doing this video even just like, I don't know, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, I feel like I'd have a lot more to say. I never used to set my foundation like with like a pressed powder, and now I do that quite a bit. Not every time, but I do that quite a bit more. What else? I never used to inner corner highlight. That's not like super popular by any means, but I've always, you know, when I was watching YouTube tutorials, it always seemed like inner corner highlight and even sometimes like brow bone highlight, like that was such a big deal. And I was not into that for the longest time. Now I am. But one step, I know not everybody does their brows, but I feel like people who do their brows, and especially who like take a lot of time and really perfect their brows, one, I don't carve out my brows. I don't use concealer under my brows to like clean things up. That would just be a disaster. I don't even want to try doing that. But also like using a brow gel, clear brow gel, a brow setter and all of that. I have them. And for whatever reason, I will always take one traveling with me. Always. I will always take a clear brow gel with me, and I never use it, but still somehow it comes in my travel bag. I don't know why, because I just don't do it. I do my brows now. Talked to me a couple years ago, I didn't, but I just don't feel the need to set them with setting gel. And then also at the same time, I'm still like so not confident with doing my brows that once I get them and they're done, I'm like, whew, and then I'm like, no, you want me to put something else on them and possibly ruin them? No, that's not happening. So number 5 is a popular beauty influencer you don't subscribe to and or watch. In parentheses, this is hot shady tea though, LOL. I don't know, I feel like there are so many beauty influencers, beauty bloggers. I mean, from when I first started watching YouTube, there's even been just like so many more people that are now like at the top of YouTube and all of that. And I don't know, sometimes it's like hard to keep up and I don't know, and whatnot. So it's kind of know. I feel like it's kind of hard to list that off, but maybe I'll list some of the ones that are still really big that I do still watch. Because one definitely for sure, because then you can probably like make your own guess from there of who I'm not watching. But Carli Bybel, I still get really excited for her video. She was the first beauty blogger I ever watched. I don't know if my kind of like personal life update, get ready with me, has gone up yet, but if it has, you know, I mentioned her as a lot of inspiration for using your platform for good, and she really inspires me in that way. Casey Holmes was like, I don't know, like the 3rd or 4th beauty influencer that I started watching, and I still absolutely love her videos. It's so cool to see what she's doing with her boutique and all of that. She's super inspiring also. Katie and Desi, I know that they're both really big YouTubers, but I still feel like it's obvious to see that they make a lot of money and they do really amazing things, yet somehow at the same time, like Desi's walking around in a chicken costume and like Katie can't take herself seriously, and I'm just like, yes, like that's what I enjoy seeing, instead of like constantly just really having to show, like, there's a difference between knowing that someone obviously has a lot of money and then having it thrown in your face all of the time. And I'm not that person that enjoys having it thrown in my face all the time. Like, I don't really need that. So that's kind of like who I gravitate towards, and I still feel like they bring that kind of energy to their videos, so I really enjoy watching them. I'm trying to think of who else over like a million. Kathleen Lights, I still watch her videos. I have YouTube pulled up over here. I'm like trying to see like who's on my watch later list, who do I still watch. So I don't know, those are some that I can think of off the top of my head, but there's always been like a pretty specific group of beauty YouTubers that I just was never able to really get into, or like I tried watching some of their videos and I just like couldn't. So you can probably read between the lines though. Y'all are smart people. Okay, so number 6 is popular makeup product or brand that you don't use or support anymore. For me right now, it would probably be Tarte. Tarte was just doing like, I don't know, Tarte was doing some bad things. I think I've mentioned this in videos too, but I returned like 3 or 4, maybe even more Tarte products in a row because I was so like unimpressed with them, or like they were doing shady things with their releases and like repackaging things and trying to sell it as something else, and I just don't appreciate that. And of course they were having a lot of issues with their social media, with their inclusivity, and I mean they were just, as a whole, it was just like bad after bad after bad after bad. And when I feel that way about a brand, you know, I feel like my dollar speaks for itself, and I'm not that person that's like, oh, I don't like that person, but I'll watch their videos because your view counts. Or I don't like that brand, but I really like that lipstick, so I'm still gonna buy it. Your dollar counts. That's kind of how I view it, and that's kind of how I decide where I'm spending my time with watching YouTube videos, even like TV shows, and then also where I'm putting my dollars. And so I decided that I don't want to give Tarte my dollars right now. I did the same thing with Too Faced like 2 years ago. I wasn't really thrilled with a lot of their releases. Returning products from Too Faced, and then they were also doing weird things, and I was like, I'm just gonna scale back. And I feel like Too Faced has really like started to turn things around, which is great, and now I started buying from them again. So it's like, hey, maybe Tarte will turn it around one day too. We shall see. Number 7 is a makeup trend that you have no interest in trying. I would say, I don't know what I would say. For some reason, I want to say like shaving my face. Oh, you can see my shadow. Sorry, I'm trying to make this quick. Right now, I want to say shaving my face because I made a comment, and I think it was my latest Makeup Monthly video about me having hair on my face. And a lot of people were like, what? We all have hair on our face. And I was like, yes, I know. But like sometimes, especially when I do like closer up videos and I am like applying makeup, like I'll get some comments about like, why do you have hair on your face? Why don't you shave your face? Have you ever considered shaving your face? And I don't know, just right now I don't want to. I won't say I'll never do it because I would like to, but I don't want to do it myself. Like I want someone else to do it for me because that just sounds like terrifying. I know you're not like taking a razor to your face. I know there's like special tools and everything for it, but it just sounds like really scary. But I know it's supposed to be like better for makeup application, and a lot of people were like saying how they shaved their face in that video. But like as of right now, it just kind of spooks me out, you know? I'm not there. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Okay, so the last question, number 8, is a makeup product that was better in theory when you used it. Either swatched better or looks better on others than you. Really tough question. I literally have been sitting here for a while, like kind of looking around like, what would that be? And the only thing I feel like that's really coming to my mind right now is like liquid or cream highlights, mostly liquid highlights. It's not that I don't love them, and in theory I do think they're great. Like I totally understand cream products can make things look a little bit more natural and all of that, but I've always kind of struggled more with cream products, bronzer and contour and highlight and blush. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on liquid blush. Hello. So there's that, but sometimes with liquid highlights, especially if I'm like trying out a formula, like I'll dot the liquid highlight on and then like I'll dot it on over here, and I don't know if I just like waste too much time, it's just like such a stripe on me. I think that it looks like super unnatural, whereas like cream and liquid makeup is supposed to like look more natural, but sometimes I can end up looking like a hotter mess and I'm like, I should have just stuck with my powder. So I don't know, liquid highlight is like the one thing that kind of popped into my mind with that one, but sometimes I struggle with it. I'm like, just stick with what you know, stick with what you're good at, girl. So that would be my answer for that one. But after that, that's gonna wrap it up for the Unpopular Opinions Makeup Tag. Okay, so that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my unpopular makeup opinions. You'll have to let me know what you thought in the comments down below. What are some of the answers? What are some of your answers to these questions? Again, I'll have Angelica's video down there and then the 2 gals who started this tag. Make sure you go check all of them out. As always though, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.